I have my white charcoal pencil, my black charcoal pencil, or just a piece of black charcoal. Either will work. I have a regular pencil, and then I have a blending stump. Everyone needs one of those. Every table needs a pencil sharpener and sandpaper. And so we're going to get to work here. So what we're going to look at today is clouds. I have a picture here of clouds that I just took right outside the school along the highway. It's just a regular day, regular clouds. It's not some amazing picture. I chose that on purpose because I did not want to, skew you off. I'm going to show you how you can kind of highlight things and exaggerate some different things to try to add some clouds. But most important thing is that you're looking at the photo and you're trying to draw what you see. Clouds are sporadic. They do different things, and so they're very organic. So kind of take a look at it. If you mess up a little bit or you kind of add some different shapes in different places, it's okay. People don't know what this exact cloud looks like. Another thing that's important to look at, though, are your angles. I could see that these clouds right here, this little bunch of clouds, is coming in this direction, to where this bunch of clouds is coming in this direction. We kind of noticed from other classes, this one dark streak of line coming across the paper kind of doesn't look good. It kind of messes it up. So we're going to go ahead and pretend that all of this cloud here is actually cloud. So we're kind of creating some more cloud here to kind of pretend that that's bigger than it really is. We're going to learn a few different techniques that you can use to try to make these clouds look good. The first thing is starting with just black charcoal pencil. And I have a scrap piece of paper here. And you can either just use a stick of charcoal, or you could use a charcoal pencil by turning it on its side and creating a well of charcoal that you can then use your blending stump. This is also called a tortillon. And I can just rub into that. I can test it over here to the side. I can also rest my hand on this white piece of paper so that I'm not smearing everything over here. Now, when it comes to the cloud, I want to have very organic shapes that are natural looking and not stiff looking. Also, I want to wisp my lines into the cloud. Everything inside the cloud is going to be pretty blurry and fuzzy and blended together. Everything where the edge of the cloud is, where the cloud's meeting the sky, I want to keep it crisp. So where the cloud meets the sky, I don't want there to be any smears or any haze around the cloud. I want to keep it nice and crisp. So I'm looking at this cloud right here. You can kind of see how this is pulling this way, and this particular cloud here is also pulling this way. This cloud over here is pulling this direction, and you can see how this cloud is pulling this direction. Now, I'm not worrying too much about making it look exactly like that cloud because of time, and I just need to move on. But I am trying to get the overall idea of it. Okay, when I'm working here, I'm going to wisp into the cloud. So I'm pressing hard here, and then I'm lifting up, and I'm creating this round motion, and it's going into the cloud. Then I'm going to start another lump like this, and then another lump like this. And that's just the way this cloud is working. And then it's wisping off into this cloud here, kind of in this direction. I'm going to let this cloud move up. So it's going to be dark, and then it's going to be met by white. And then I'm going to make this underbelly of it darker, and I'm wisping it up and make this underbelly darker and kind of wisp it up, allow it to kind of sporadically turn into other sections, kind of like this. It's very quick. I'm not spending all day trying to make it look exactly like the photo, but I am also trying to create sections where paper is showing through, like this. Then I got to connect these here. I'm looking up here at the sky, at the TV, and I kind of see that it's making my highlights look a little bit brighter than they really are, but there we are. I'm letting the paper do the work. I'm going to do the same thing with the gray. I'm letting the paper be the white parts, be the gray parts of this cloud. So I'm not even using the white charcoal pencil until the very, very end, and I'm going to use it very sparingly. We typically go in a little bit too harsh on the white, and I even did so here. Probably a little bit too harsh on that white. Okay, I have airdropped this photo right here into your, not airdropped it, but I've placed it into your Google Classroom. It's in color. It might be best if you download it and put it in black and white. That'll let the computer do all the work for you. And then we're going to use just a regular pencil, very, very lightly. We're using a regular pencil to try to sketch out kind of where these clouds are going to go, very lightly, very softly sketching them in. That way I can still erase it if I want to. Don't forget about the little parts that wisp off of it here and where it breaks up and the directions that it's going. So I want to make sure to add in the overall idea of this thing. But if you have it right in front of you on your screen, it'll probably be easier than trying to look up at the TV. So I'll put it into Google Classroom for you. Then I'm going to bring in this cloud right here. I'm going to try to give that shape where it really kind of comes to a peak and then it comes down around here like this. So I'm trying to keep it loose, trying to add in all of the little bitty tiny clouds here that are in between these. Really keeping the paper that's in between the clouds very clean though, not letting it get smeared by my paper. So I have scrap paper here allowing me to keep it nice and neat. I have my well over here that I keep loading up with, and then I can blend that off wherever I need to in these clouds. Okay, it is your turn to try to give it a try. This is practice. Go quickly. Try to make a lot of progress in this, and if you mess it up, it's okay. We're going to learn from those mistakes too.
Do I need black too?
Yeah.